Right, welcome back to Next Knowledge, and in this one we're just taking a look at slamming the lamb. Now this was a advertising campaign which was about 1980s to early 90s in Britain, and it was for Scotch lamb or British lamb, right? Slam in the lamb. You see the sort of the Islamic, and I think basically this was like a sort of brainwashing, a preparation for the Islamic multiculturalism which was to follow, right?
Sure. Then you go, slam them under the grill for about 10 minutes. And we haven't got 10 minutes, so here's some I did that now. Thank you. They're absolutely delicious.
And creative. Slamming the lamb. British lamb.
Now we come to this animals in Islam, right? And Shur and Arslan is Turkish for lion, right? Arslan. So you remember the Ars Gratia Artis, on the MGM thing, the MGM Hollywood Studios thing, which was a lion's head. And it was Ars Gratia Artis, and Ars means craft, right? So again, like, the craft, the craft to prosper, like the peace thing with the Bible, and Arslan, right? So it's like the lion is very important in the Islam. And of course, Daniel was the character who was in the lion's den, right? You see here, right, for art's sake, Ars Gratia Artis. There's the Metro Goldwyn Mayer, which had the lion's head. Right. So a lion's head idea, right? And of course, that was a very the mask face underneath is interesting enough, but that was a very famous thing, like up to about 1970s or 80s or whatever. You see here how originally meant technique or craft, right? As in the art of war, right? So you see all the code, Masonic code and that, Ram, Royal Arch Masonry, the craft, the Ars, the Ars, so the craft. So made the craft to prosper, right? And with the lion's head. And you sort of have that advert, right? And right, when you have Daniel in Islam, right, Daniel was the one in the lion's den. And the Christians who were thrown into the lions, right, in the story and that. So this means that, like, the ones of a certain DNA line, right, like the tribe of Dan or something, the ones of a certain DNA are in the lion's den, right? So they're sort of like, safe in the lion's den type of thing. They are the lions type of thing, right? And the ones that they call the Christians is basically like a sort of code for, the profanities type idea, right? So the Christians get thrown into the lions. Now the lions obviously kill the Christians and all that, and the sort of lions predate on the Christians idea, right? It's all like a metaphor for reality, right? So like that type of idea of throwing Christians to the lions, right? So it looks like the Freemason ones were always Islam, Muslims. It looks like they were always Muslims, say, secretly and that. So when you have that type of idea about the Muslims and the Christians, see, it's like the profanes and the sacreds. The Muslims are seen as the sacreds, and the Christian ones are seen as the like the profanes, right? dominate you at bestius that look very similar to the scapegoat idea, where like the public blame Christians for misfortune and stuff, and then away with them the lions. So that's very similar to the Judeo scapegoat idea, right? So it looks like all the time the Freemasons were like Muslims, right? And the TH, the NWO, remember the NWO, New World Order, right? In front of the lions. So basically it's on the way to like a new Muslim empire. And the Christians are going to suffer massive persecution, right? Of course you don't have to be like an like a believer or something to be considered as a Christian. It's just like a non-Muslim. The Muslims will consider the profane people as Christians. See what I mean? So it's like a code word type of idea. It's there's Negro, which means black, right? Negro means black. An idea of feeding Christians to the lions in the Colosseum. So when you have that slamming the lamb advert campaign, right, where he chucks like a couple of the lamb chops or whatever into the oven, right? So that's symbolic of like the ruined masons, like oven cooking them, right? Like oven cooking or curing or baking them or whatever, in order to create, like transes and servants. The other thing, and then he says afterwards that he opened the thing and they've been eaten. Seems like they're eaten, like they've been like the lion and the Christians idea, or lion and lamb. They've been devoured, like, you know what I mean? So it's like it works in a dualistic way. So this lamb, slamming the lamb advert campaign was definitely, like it was something to do with it, And again, like another biblical passage or whatever is the lion and the lamb shall lay down together, right? So again, this is a type of thing about being in the sort of the Mason, the trans, being in the same sort of area, the vicinity or whatever, with the natural or the profane, right? Like this, the sort of the being the same vicinity, but on totally different levels of existence or something. You know what I mean? And again, you could see it as the Muslim. Muslim with the Christian, you see what I mean? The Muslim in with the Christian. Of course, this is 9/11 when you sort of reverse it. How was 9/11 the day with Muslim stuff, right? And there's all the animals will be at peace with one another. And of course, the animals idea is totally derogatory, like about again, when you go to that slamming alarm adverts, the doctor's called Jeffrey Palmer, Palmer. Yeah, you got Lambeth Palace. Yeah. Which is the official London residence of the Archbishop of Canterbury. Yeah, so obviously that's about preying on lambs idea, But also, the Islam, like read the top, the top position in the church idea is Canterbury, the Archbishop of Canterbury. He lives in Lambeth Palace. The Beth, of course, is like the Bethlehem and the It's the beast, Beth. See, like Beauty and the Beast, the Belle at Beth. So again, it's just talking. It's very similar to the lion and the lamb idea. So some totally strange codes, like. Of course, it's a lion-faced thing in it, like what's like the different versions of it now. It's like a lion face in the majority of them, like like a lion faced beast. Again, is all the stuff Islamic. Again, the Bethlehem, like Lambeth Palace, with the Pal again. The Pal again, the Palestine. The Bethlehem. It means house of bread, you know. So it means house of bread, like. Of course, supposed to be birthplace of Jesus. Interesting, yeah, Arabic Beit Lam, house of meat. Lam becomes meat, you know. So it's about like, lions devouring lambs type idea, the whole thing. You know what I mean? Lamb, meat. And a lot of people at the time when you had the Barack Obama as a president, a lot of people said he was like an Islamic, the first Muslim president or something. There was a lot of that stuff about. But funny how you have the daughter called Malia, like Lam, Malia. And Malaga in Spain, of course, the Moors were supposed to have conquered Spain. And the Costa del Sol, like Solomon. And the Phoenicians found a colony in Malacca. So, again, it's like very Muslimic, like, you know what I mean? Very Muslimic. You get, like you get a lot of stuff as well written about Christianity. Like you read a lot of things where it says like, is Christianity some like at odds with Freemasonry or something. And again, it's just like, obviously it's not at odds with like the Bible and that, because they all sort of study the Bible and read the Bible. But this word Christian has to be another code word, where they're using it to label profanes, like natural people, and they're profanes. It's Christians, you know what I mean? It's like they split it into Muslims and Christians basically. And the Christian idea, see, refers to that storyline where they get thrown into the lions and that. So it's seen as like a derogatory thing, like obviously the Jews and the Islams are more important, the Christian is like seen as profane basically. And someone mentioned this to us over a week or something here. The Christianity, the followers, like Islam means submission. But so they're submissive to the will of God. But the Christianity are followers. So it's like, it's like you got leaders and followers. So is the Christianity ones, like, like the Islam have got a mission, the submission, they've got a mission. And basically Christianity are just followers, which means sort of daft, like you just follow on type of thing, you're not leading, you're just following. So that would seem to be very to do with it. It's definitely a derogatory type of term, like, you know what I mean?